Yes, sir. Dr. Johnson, members of the board, Mr. Thurman, the DeKalb County School District provides a basic life insurance policy for all full-time employees. This insurance policy is a benefit provided by the Board of Education as a part of our employees' total compensation package. Please note that 8 insurance carriers were contacted and solicited for quotes. Unum, Aetna, and Minnesota Life Insurance Companies quoted premiums. 5 of the companies declined to submit quotes as they did not have a competitive product. Therefore, based upon the terms and conditions, Unum was the most responsive and responsible offerer, whose quote is the most advantageous to the Board of Education. It's also important to note that what Ms. Francois is passing out to you is several value-added services that I would like to point out that will be inclusive of this particular policy. In addition to a 3-year rate guarantee, if you were to go to tab 2, the sheet that's directly in front of tab 2, you will note that Unum is providing several value-added, and it's this sheet, items to this particular policy, to include but not be limited to financial and will preparation. This is inclusive in our new policy. Second, the Life Balance Employee Assistance Program, and I'd like to take a moment to pause regarding our EAP program. Our current EAP program through Aetna will provide employees with 3 telephone consultations. The particular program that will be offered through Unum will provide unlimited telephone consultations as well as 3 face-to-face per event consultations. That is a mammoth benefit in that when we think about events such as McNair or the recent employee deaths that we have on site, we need that added benefit of an employee assistance program. It's also important to note that Unum has responded to national tragedies such as the Fort Hood event as well as others. Lastly, benefit management is an added value, security account, and travel assistance. Therefore, it is with all of these items, in addition to a $13,000 savings to the district, that it is recommended that the Board of Education grant authorization for the district to enter into a contractual agreement with Unum to provide and become the carrier of the employee life insurance policy. This is a routine budgeted item for a 3-year insurance policy. Please note that pursuant to Board of Education Policy DJE, we are not required to bid but rather quote, and we move forward with that in that we obtained 8 separate, or shall I say we elicited 8 separate insurance companies, whereby 3 quoted. This concludes this presentation.
Any discussion?
Hearing none, is there any opposition to placing this item on the consent agenda?
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
Dr.
Question.
Ward Smith, how does this change impact existing life insurance policies in the district? Yes, sir. If in fact the board approves it.
Yes, sir. This particular change will impact our existing policy. We are currently with Aetna Life Insurance Company. They have been a carrier of our employee benefits, or shall I say employee life insurance policy, for more than 40 years. Please keep in mind that one of the unique features in our policy is the survivor income benefit. This particular facet will provide to eligible survivors a benefit for their particular survivors. If in fact the employee does not have any eligible survivors, then the actual named beneficiary will receive 2 times their salary, up to $50,000. So essentially, this is something that is provided as an added benefit to all full-time employees at no cost to the employee, but this is simply an added benefit as a part of our compensation package by the Board of Education.
Mr. McMahon?
Thank you, Chairman. Are we dealing directly with Unum, or is there a broker involved?
Well, I have asked that the Unum representative work with us directly, but no, sir, there's no broker. There are no broker fees. We felt that it would be most cost advantageous to the district to not engage a broker, as brokers typically charge anywhere from about 10 to 12% of the premium. So in order to be physically responsible, we do not have a broker. We deal directly with Unum.
Again, is there any opposition to placing this item on the consent agenda? Hearing none, this item will be placed on the consent agenda.